Hello and welcome to Awaz News. I'm Kubrali and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada. Man hit with brake while riding Toronto Transit, suspect sought. Ottawa to remove GST on new rental housing asks grocers to stabilize prices, PM. 3 teenage boys arrested after women robbed at knife point, sexually assaulted in North York. Police search for suspects following luxury vehicle break-ins in Mississauga. New batch of vaccines available in Ontario this fall. Police say road rage brawl on Highway 401 in Toronto not worth it. Police release photo of suspect after man slashed in the face near Coxwell station. Those were the headlines, and let's jump right into the detail. Ontario Provincial Police addressed a road rage incident that turned into a fist fight on Highway 401 in Toronto earlier this week. The altercation happened on Highway 401 Leslie Street on Tuesday at around 5 p.m. In a video posted to social media Thursday morning, OPP Sergeant Kerry Schmidt said two men stopped their vehicles along the highway, got out and started fighting one another, adding that the witnesses recorded the brawl and reported it to police. Police said they spoke with one of the fighters involved to determine what happened, where they admitted it was due to the road rage. This is something that should never be happening, Schmidt said. I don't know what it was that precipitated that led to this kind of escalation. You know, people may have a short fuse, but this can turn violent. It could turn deadly. You don't know what's going to happen. It's really not worth it. Schmidt continued to say drivers should not fuel their road rage by turning it into physical action, looking for vigilant justice. This is certainly unacceptable anytime, anywhere, and anyone who does this kind of behavior, please call police, Schmidt said. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says the federal government will remove GST on construction of new rental apartment buildings, a promise the Liberals first made in the election that brought them to power nearly 8 years ago. He also says he will be encouraging provinces to do the same. The measure, which would lower the cost of labor and materials for home builders, is one of the several affordability measures Trudeau is announcing at the end of the Liberal caucus retreat in London, Ontario. He says Industry Minister Francois Philip Champagne will be asking grocery companies to come up with a plan by Thanksgiving to stabilize food prices in Canada. And if they don't, Trudeau says the federal government is not ruling out forcing them to do so through tax measures. The Liberals have seen slumping poll numbers that suggest Canadians believe the Conservatives would do a better job dealing with affordability and housing concerns. Ontarians will be able to get their flu shot as of October 30th, and a new COVID-19 vaccine will become available sometime this month. In a news release issued Thursday morning, the government said that Ontarians are encouraged to stay up to date on their vaccinations. Individuals who are vulnerable or at high risk of infection, including seniors in long-term care and hospital staff, will begin to get their flu shots this month. Everyone else will be able to get their dose starting in November from their family doctor, public health unit, or participating pharmacy. The Ministry of Health says the province expects to start receiving doses of Moderna's updated COVID-19 vaccine, which was recently approved by Health Canada later in September. The new vaccine better protects against the new Omicron XBB variant and is approved for people over the age of 6 months. The province says initial doses will be prioritized for higher risk populations. More details on this timeline will be provided at a later date. Speaking with Awaz News, Ontario Chief Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Kieran Moore said Ontario can expect about 300,000 doses of the new vaccine in the coming days. Ontario will roll out its first publicly funded respiratory syncytial virus (RSV) vaccine for adults aged 60 and up. This vaccine, called RSV, was approved by Health Canada in August. The Ministry of Health says that individuals living in long-term care homes, elder care lodges, and retirement homes will be first to get the shot. It's unclear when the vaccine will roll out for the general public, as little guidance has been rolled out. The National Advisory Committee on Immunization is not expected to issue its recommendations on RSV vaccination for older adults until 2024. As such, the federal government has said it's up to each province and territory whether to include it in their vaccination plans. These announcements appear to be part of the province's fall preparedness plan ahead of the respiratory illness season. They come as the province further proposes an expansion of pharmacists' responsibilities, allowing them to prescribe flu medication, give flu shots to babies, and administer RSV vaccine. This will allow pharmacists to be hired to enter long-term care or retirement facilities to add to the rollout of RXV, the province said. Pharmacists have been able to administer flu shots to people as young as 2 years old since 2020, but for children under the age, parents have had to go to a family doctor or clinic. 3 teenage boys from Toronto have been arrested and charged in connection with the armed robbery and sexual assault of a woman in May. The woman was walking in the area of Sentinel Road and Murray Ross Parkway, north of Finch Avenue West, on May 12th at approximately 11 p.m. when she was approached by 3 male suspects, according to police. One of the suspects then allegedly produced a knife and the group robbed the woman. She was then sexually assaulted by one of the suspects, investigators allege. Police said the suspects ran away from the scene and were last seen near Keele Street and Finch Avenue West. Days later, on May 16, a boy from Toronto, 15 years old at the time, surrendered himself to police. He was charged with 1 count of robbery and 1 count of sexual assault with a weapon. In a release issued Thursday, police said investigators issued a search warrant on September 7th and arrested the 2 outstanding suspects, both 16-year-old males at the time of the arrest. They were each charged with 1 count of robbery, 1 count of possessing a dangerous weapon, and 1 count of sexual assault with a weapon. Both of the accused made their first court appearances that day at Toronto Regional Bail Centre in Courtroom 606. The charges against all 3 youths have yet to be tested in court. Their identities are protected under the Youth Criminal Justice Act. Police are searching for a suspect after a man was hit with a brick while riding the bus in Toronto Thursday morning. Police said the incident occurred near the intersection of Dufferin Street and Eglinton Avenue West at approximately 9 a.m. During the alleged assault, the suspect allegedly hit another passenger with the brick. The victim has been transported to hospital. The extent of his injuries is unclear at this time. According to police, the suspect fled from the scene on foot. He is described as a black man with short hair and was wearing a white sweater, hockey pants, and white shoes at the time of assault. Anyone with the information on this incident is asked to contact Toronto Police. In a statement, representatives from the TTC expressed their concern about this incident, saying, "Our thoughts are with the victim at this time. The safety of our customers and employees remains our top priority, and we will, as always, give TPS our full support as they work to bring the suspect to justice," the statement reads. Toronto police have released an image of a male suspect wanted in connection with an assault outside Coxwell Station on Wednesday night. The incident happened shortly before 10 p.m. in the area of Coxwell Avenue and Strathmore Boulevard, which is just north of Danforth Avenue. Toronto police said an altercation broke out between 2 men, during which a suspect used an unknown weapon to slash a man in the face. The victim sustained non-life-threatening injuries and was taken to the hospital. The suspect, who fled the scene on foot, is described as 6 foot tall with black medium-length hair and skinny build. He was last seen wearing a beige trench coat, black pants, and black toque. Police are searching for suspects after a series of residential break-ins in Mississauga earlier this week. Police say the break-ins occurred in the early morning hours of September 12th, while homeowners were present. Vehicle keys were allegedly stolen from within residences in order to target luxury vehicles parked in driveways and garages. Police are asking residents in the area to be mindful with their vehicles and to ensure vehicles are locked at all times. Keys should be also located in a secure spot inside vehicle owners' residences. Anyone in the area of QEW and Mississauga Road with information or dash camera footage of the above break-ins is asked to contact Peel Police. Early this summer, Peel Police arrested 15 people following an investigation into an auto theft ring in the Greater Toronto area. Dubbed Project Big Rig, the investigation resulted in the recovery of stolen cargo and 28 stolen tractors. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.